Hi everyone, it's Jeff from Transient Specialists. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to be spending some time on the EM Test PFM 200 and 100. We'll start by going over a little bit about the equipment, then we'll move to the connections in the front and the back, and then finally we'll spend some time on the software. The PFM 200 and 100 is a DC fast switch able to handle up to 100 amps. This switch can be used for both data or power lines and provides rise and fall times of 200 nanoseconds or less. These fast rise and fall times make it ideal for many automotive OEM requirements. This switch is used with the EM Test AutoWave waveform generator and a battery simulator. However, other equipment can also be integrated. With the PFM 200N, verification is often done in accordance with LV124, and we include these accessories with the PFM. This includes two different loads. As you can see on the left, we have the power loads, and then next to that, the data loads. Let's go ahead now and let's start by taking a look at the front of the unit. Here's the front of the PFM 200 and 100. Let's go ahead, let's start on the left and let's work our way right. On the far left, we have the two LEDs, the LED fail, and below that, the power on. All the way in the lower left-hand corner, we have our yellow test on button. Working our way right, we have the data line inputs 1 to 16, and next to that, the data line outputs 1 to 16. Towards the center of the unit, we have a series of BNC connections. The first one is our trigger input, below that, the trigger output, and then finally, our monitoring port. All the way on the right, we have our high and low DUT supply connections, and these are recessed banana jack type connections. Let's go ahead now, let's get the unit turned around and take a look at the back of the system. Now we're looking at the back of the PFM 200N. Starting on the left, we have the DUT power inputs, high and low. Just as before on the front, these are the recessed banana jack style connections. Just below that to the right, we have our reference earth connection. Taking a look at the right side now, we have our frame bus in and our frame bus out connections. Finally, all the way on the right, we have our power supply and our mains input. Let's go ahead now and let's spend some time getting the equipment set up with the EM Test AutoWave. Now we're taking a look at the back of the PFM 200N and AutoWave. There's a few connections that need to be made to get the system operational. The first of which is the metal terminator, which needs to be placed in the frame bus out in the lower right hand corner of our PFM 200N. Above that, the frame bus in on the PFM 200N will be connected to our frame bus out in the lower left corner of the AutoWave. Next to that in blue, we have our Ethernet connection, which will be connected to our laptop. Finally, to get the system operational, we'll have to connect the power mains to both our AutoWave as well as our PFM 200N. Let's go ahead now, let's get the system powered up, and let's take a look at the software. Now we're taking a look at the Autowave.control software. If you're renting the equipment from us here at Transient Specialists, the AutoWave will arrive with a laptop with the software already installed. Taking a look at the software in the upper left-hand corner, we have Setup, View, Service, and Help. Below that, in the colored boxes, we have Play, Record, Play and Record, User Tests, and then Reports. And we're currently in our Play menu. Taking a look now, we have Single and Multi-Channel Play at the top. Following that, below in the gray box, we have our Open Standards test, as well as a list of recently selected tests. In the lower right-hand corner, we have our operation mode and statuses. As you can see, we're currently in online mode with the PFM and AutoWave showing active statuses in green. When we're looking to run a test, This is typically done either selecting the single channel play or open standards test. If we go ahead and we just select GMW 3172 right below our open standards test, and we let this test menu open, we can take a look now. We have our test in the upper left-hand corner, different waveforms along the left side, a graphic representation broken out by segments in the middle, and then the different criteria along the bottom. Changes to the more standard waveforms can be made in this menu. Let's go ahead now and let's change our T1 time from 20 to 19 seconds. To do that, go down to the bottom by T1, and we're just going to input 19, and just like that, now our waveform overview has been updated. For additional information on the Autowave.control software, go ahead and check out the video we did on the EM Test AutoWave, which I'll put a link for in the description below. Alright, that should complete the video today on the EM Test PFM 200N. We began the video by going over a little bit about the switch, then we moved to the connections on the front and the back, and finally we spent some time on the software. We hope this video has been useful, and please keep us in mind if you ever need to rent the EM Test PFM 200N.